right here in Chino.
Okay.
No, that's right. I moved here in '77, and I've been here my whole life.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Ontario Christian High School.
Did you play sports? What position and how many sports?
I did. I try to do as much as I can. In a small school like that, you can do a lot. So I played football. That was my sport of choice. Played a little basketball, little soccer, and started the very first men's volleyball team there.
And what college did you attend?
I did 1 year at Northwestern in Orange City, Iowa, small college out there. Not a winter guy, couldn't stand the winters, so I came home and finished up at Azusa Pacific University.
Okay, and are you married, and do you have little children or not so little children?
Yes, married. My beautiful wife, Corrine, for the last 16 years. We have triplets, 2 girls and a boy, and they're 6 now and going on 7 this July.
Yes, let's move into some coaching questions.
Okay.
Can you give us the roadmap of your coaching path that led you to Chino Hills?
Absolutely. My first stint coaching was right after I graduated college in 1994. I came to Ayala High School, and I coached there for 3 years. Was subbing in the district, so I couldn't stay too long, so I had to get a job. There was nothing open for me in the district, so I went to Covina Valley Unified. I taught there at a middle school. I coached at Covina High School for 1 year. Came back to Ayala when a PE job opened. I was at Ayala for from '98 to 2002. Went over to Ontario Christian in '03 and coached there for 2 years. I became the head coach there in '05. I stayed there until 2013, and then I got a job at Monrovia, and I've been there the last 2 years.
Okay, can you share with us a mentor or two that's had an impact on your life?
Oh yeah, well I have to start with my father. I grew up in a football home. Lang Stevens is my dad, 40-year coaching veteran, and I remember sitting in our living room watching the reel-to-reel of his players on the wall and just being fascinated with the sport. And so he, growing up in that home, truly was a role model to me, not just a mentor, but obviously a role model, a man I looked up to. So I was privileged to have a man that raised me, who raised me in the sport, and I am who I am today because of him.
What kind of coach would you consider yourself? Laid back, aggressive, quiet that carries a big stick? What best describe you?
Yes. No, I would say if I had to pattern myself after anybody, I would say I'm kind of a Tony Dungy guy. I'm real calm, real cool, level-headed. Don't get too high, don't get too low. But love the sport so much. Sometimes my emotions get the best of me in some games, and I get passionate, not angry, not upset, but just passionate. And Friday Night Lights bring it out of you, so it's good.
That leads an impromptu question I have for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm hoping I think I know where we're going.
Yeah.
Do you have what authors or what books do you look or do you treasure as far as coaching books that you read?
Oh, yeah. Tony Dungy's Uncommon. Definitely read that one and just loved what he had to say. I read Coach Gruden's book as well. And just loved the mind and the work ethic behind him. So got a lot from his book and how he coaches with a lot of passion as well and fire. Those are the two probably that I've read and leaned on the most.
Okay, now are you primarily an offensive or a defensive coach? And what type of group of the kids? What do you like to coach?
Yeah, I've done both sides of the ball. I lean towards the offense. Been able to do both, but I would prefer offense, and I think that's my forte, and that's what I'm going to be doing here.
Okay, will you be an on-campus coach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looking to get here in mid-March or so. Once things take care of themselves at Monrovia, I'll be here full time.
And what subject do you like to teach, or what kind of a teacher?
I got my degree in physical education, and so that's what I'll be doing. A little bit of that here, along with some intervention.
Okay, and you mentioned about as things transpire. Do you have an idea of the makeup of your staff? Will they be new prospects or coaches you've had in the past? Mm-hmm. Or will some of them be from the staff that's already here? Mm-hmm. And most importantly, will your dad be part of your staff? And if so, what capacity?
Yeah, my goal is to retain as many on-campus coaches that have been here in the past and keeping those guys around. Guys that have been successful, that have done it the right way for so many years here. This school prides itself on success, and so I'm not here to flip things over and shake things out. The guys that have been here, that have done it and done it right, I'm going to keep those guys. My dad yeah, if he's still in the area, he'll be around a little bit. But we'll see. They're selling their house. They may be moving, but if they're in the area, he'll be around, definitely.
Okay, we're getting towards the end here. Can you share with me or us your coaching philosophy?
Oh, sure. 4 F's: faith, family, foundations, and football. Faith comes first. Faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Ends there, and coaching for Him. Family, obviously, my wife, my kids, priority. Above anything else I do. The foundations part is the educational part, the teaching job. That's what I do, and that's why I'm here, and that's what they're going to pay me for. Not so much the wins and losses on the field, but teach, and that's how I approach the game of football too. I'm a teacher, and finally the football part. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. It sounds
like
we're
right.
getting into
Yeah, well, one last question, Coach.
Yes, sir.
You've been at Monrovia for a couple of years now. You had some great athletes over there.
Yes.
Now you're coming in here to the inland. You're going to play the baseline league teams. You're going to play a lot of these inland league teams. Similar to how you faced San Marino, what challenges does that present to you? Yeah,
well, I think, the first thing you do is you try to recruit as many of the guys that are on campus from multiple sports. And from what I saw tonight, I'll probably be hitting up some of these guys over here, see if I can find some wide receivers from this high-powered basketball team, right? Got some tight ends and some wide receivers right here that we'll be talking to. But no, I think to play in this league, in this division, the West Valley Division, as tough as it is, you need 2 things: size and speed. I think with the guys that are here and that are coming back, we're looking very, very good up front in the trenches. It's just filling those skill guys in, and so I'm gonna spend a quality amount of time this offseason making our guys as fast as they can possibly be, so that they can compete and go back-to-back baseline league champs. And then they've been successful. I'm not going to say they haven't, but we have one goal we have to accomplish, and that's winning a title.
What will you miss most about Monrovia?
The community. That was a small. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
One word, and you can interpret my question any way you want.
Got it.
What will you not miss most about Monrovia?
The commute.
What one word best describes you?
Energetic.
Okay, and what is your #1 priority?
That's good. What in football?
Your interpretation.
I guess family.
Okay. And what is your goal?
My goal is to be the best teacher and coach that I can possibly be, and I think that was too many words. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we didn't have an opportunity to cover that you'd like to mention to our listeners?
No, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to being back home. I had a great time in Monrovia, and like I said, I probably would still be there if it wasn't for the drive. And I'm very much looking forward to being back in the Chino Valley. It's where I grew up. It's home sweet home. And so very excited about being right back here in my backyard and coaching where I started, and looking to have a good impact on this school and in this community.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.